I'm like, my lip is getting really dry.
Welcome back to my channel. I am here with my dearest friend that I talk so much about, Ashley. I talk about her so much, and I am so blessed to have, health conscious friends. And we were talking, and she was explaining to me how she's doing a parasite cleanse, and I'm like, what's a parasite cleanse? And I Googled all this information, and I learned that it's like really, really common. So some of the causes for getting parasites is when you eat meat, especially pork. I don't eat meat. The reason why I'm doing the parasite cleanse is because I'm just trying to be proactive. I don't think that I have parasites, but it's just good to be proactive. So yeah, if you eat meat, if you travel abroad, if you do a lot of traveling, there can be a lot of cross-contamination there. If you come in contact with contaminated food or water, if you have pets, if you have pets in your home, there can be cross-contamination there. Just you said you can contact it from your feet, you said? Didn't you mention that?
Yeah, I read somewhere that you can actually get parasites through the bottom of your foot. Probably not here in the U.S., but in other countries, so if you travel.
Yeah, so, and also, too, not washing your hands. If you don't wash your hands after you use the bathroom, or if you, simply touch something from someone that did not wash their hands. It's just, you just can come in contact with parasites. It's hard to avoid. And I was going to mention some of the symptoms. Some of the symptoms would be fatigue. So that's a symptom if you have a parasite. Fatigue, constipation, heartburn, stomach pain, gas and bloating, skin irritations, grinding of the teeth at night, which I do. I still don't understand why that would cause you to grind your teeth, a parasite, but I found that really interesting. Mm-hmm. Joint pain, muscle pain, iron deficiency. What can you think of any other symptoms?
If you're feeling awful, you probably have a parasite in your system. Is basically the long list of symptoms of having a parasite in your body. And sometimes, you see people and their stomach is really, really big, but it's hard. That could be a sign of parasites as well, because fat is a different type of tissue than having swollen intestines. And when we did the research, it's so gross. It's like spaghetti-sized portions of parasites coming out of people's intestines and stomachs.
It's pretty gross. Yeah. So yeah, that's what made me want to do the parasite cleanse, because I know that I've had diarrhea before, I've had bloating, I've gotten stomach bugs before, and I've never done one in my life. So I'm like, I think I should go ahead and try to do this parasite cleanse just to be proactive and make sure I don't have one. So, so what do you suggest when you want to start a parasite cleanse?
Yeah, so I had the same thing. I don't feel like I really have parasites, but why not? I am a health coach. This is what I do, so I've got to try it before I suggest it to any of my clients, right? So how to do a parasite cleanse. I just did week 1, so I'll share from my experience. Number 1, I highly recommend that you schedule it because what happens is you can either do, if you really think you do have parasites, you can do 2 weeks on with parasite cleansing and then 1 week off. 2 weeks on, 1 week off. For me, I don't feel like Shanae, I don't eat a lot of meat, so I decided to do 1 week on, 1 week off. But what happens is while you're taking the tinctures or the herbs and you're eating an anti-parasitic diet for that week, for example, it ends up killing the parasites, but they release a toxin, and that wakes up the other eggs. And also when it releases that toxin, you get cold and flu-like symptoms. I felt awful. I think Shanae can attest to this. I'm a pretty happy person most of the time.
Yeah. Happy-go-lucky all the time.
Yeah, all the time. And I kind of was just more snippy, and my phone was going off, and there was a group message with all of my best friends going off, and I was like, I want to break my phone. Like, I don't even think like that. But I saw that those were common reactions, too, when you are killing off parasites, because they release that toxin. And so maybe that has a relation to, you know, grinding your teeth. You know, so much of your immunity and your body is controlled through your intestines. So my tip number 1 is to schedule it so you have some time. If you need to be cranky, leave some room, some wiggle room for that. And then number 2, anti-parasitic supplements. So the one that Shanae is taking is called Intestinal Edge. And the herbs that are in here are black walnut, that's huge, orange peel, lavender flower, European pennyroyal herb, clove bud, gentian root, and wormwood. Some other really strong anti-parasitic supplements would be, of course, you know, the oregano oil, that's huge. We don't support any brand in particular, but oregano from doTERRA is what I use. And I did 3 to 4 drops in a cup of water with some almond milk as like a shooter on the side, because this is really potent. Definitely mix it with water.
So you think I should does this have the the oregano oil in there?
This one does not.
Okay.
So I would definitely do, let's see, this one says half a teaspoon. I just double everything. I want them gone. And so I did that with some water, and then you can actually probably mix it with the oregano. Why not? And just take one shot, because
do this first thing in the morning, right?
Mm-hmm, on an empty stomach. Because the parasites, they feed off of, you know, sugar and grains and things like that. So we want to do it on an empty stomach so they're hungry. It's crazy that you have these weird, like these live things inside of you.
I know.
These giant spaghetti worms.
So gross.
Yeah. So also grapeseed extract and clove are huge. So yeah, I did this. Apple cider vinegar is another one that I heard works really well. That's really great for your skin, so I do that every other morning in general, just for the heck of it. Also, diatomaceous earth. So this is really interesting. If you're familiar with diatomaceous earth, it's just a little powder. It's tasteless, so you can mix it with some water. And actually, another side tip, it's really excellent for like killing bugs. We have like a really luscious backyard with tons and tons of spiders. You can barely walk. And then there's a spider crawling over you. And so we put diatomaceous earth out. And then like within the week, all of these spiders were just like falling around the corners of our house and our garage. Yeah, and that's when I was first introduced to the power of diatomaceous earth. So this is a really great supplement to take during your cleanse as well, because it's going to help alkalize the body, but also it's going to, the parasites will eat it, and then they'll kind of die from the inside out.
And you can get it in liquid form also, diatomaceous? I
don't know. I think that's just a powder.
Okay.
Yeah, just a powder, and I think you do a teaspoon. Well, I wing it. I wing a lot of things, but yeah, I just did a scoop with my water, with my oregano, and I think I did this one too.
So in the morning, have my cup of water with a few drops of the herbs. Mm-hmm. And then as far as my diet, just stay away from sugars. What else do you suggest as far as my diet? Yeah,
so the parasites, they feed on sugar. So we're going to take away any processed foods for sure. If you could do this for 30 days, you can do anything for 30 days, you know, just trying to eat healthy. But for this parasite cleanse, to really make sure that you are killing off the parasites, killing off the eggs, killing off the parasites, killing off the eggs, and that whole cycle, I try and stick to this for 30 days. Yeah, doing your best to detox from the sugar, any processed foods, any grains, alcohol, pork, of course, is huge as well. Pumpkin seeds are a really great anti-parasitic food as well. Same with garlic and onions. Those are immunity boosting, so including a lot of those in your diet. Of course, the oregano and ginger. You can do ginger in your tea. You can mix it with your food. I know Shanae has all these amazing recipes on her page. And then also probiotic-rich foods. That's huge as well, because you want to be repopulating your intestine with all of these positive probiotics. And then another tip is colonics. And hopefully we'll be able to get Shanae to do one. On coffee enemas. Same thing with the parasite cleanse. I brought that up to her and she's like, what? Like, this is wild. And then I said, have you tried a coffee enema? She's like, what? You want me to stick what where?
I know. So give me a thumbs up or comment down below if you want me to do it. What is it? A coffee enema? A coffee enema.
And your experience with it.
Oh my gosh.
I know, that makes me so happy because Shanae's very prim and proper. But in the alternative medicine side of things, it is a very popular way to detox your liver. Just so many benefits with that. So Again, comment and post below if you want her to do one.
If you want me to do one. It's crazy.
Yeah, and so coffee enema, you could do an enema with, and you can go get this done professionally. I know they have practitioners in town. Sometimes that's really great to start, or you can do it on your own. And I'll post some details on that below as well. But you can get like an enema bucket and then a tube, and you can do the saline solution, or you can do an actual coffee enema. Either way, they're really great. The benefit of doing a coffee enema or colonic is that it does help that you're killing the parasites, so it helps clean them out. Oh my gosh, I'm just getting this visual. It's like spaghetti.
Yeah.
Spaghetti worms, they can be huge. I didn't get the exact stat on how long worms can be, but they're huge, and so you want to be drinking a lot of water too to help flush that out. During my cleanse, I also did a bone broth cleanse, so I ate 1 meal a day, but I primarily consumed bone broth because it's full of like the collagen and the minerals, and that way I didn't have to worry about taking out the sugar or the processed foods.
And that way you're not hungry, right?
And you're not hungry, yeah, because there's
so
no
like a
fat.
veggie soup. I can make like a big batch of veggie soup.
Or like an alkaline broth.
Alkaline broth, okay.
Alkaline broth, yeah. That would be perfect, actually. So you're drinking lots of water, but you're still getting a lot of the nutrients that you need, and then you're killing off the parasites, and then using the coffee enema or sort of colonic to help rinse them out.
Oh, yuck.
Yeah, and that's another thing too with parasite cleanses is I feel like it's unladylike to look at your poop, but
you should look at it. Yeah.
You should look at it. And some people, they say you should get gloves and a wire or a coat hanger or something and kind of separate it out. I will say
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'll take a look though, but
we're not gonna do a live action of Sinead's enema. That's so funny. I didn't really do it either. I just kind of took a peek and I'm like, oh, that's fine. I was really just basing my experience off of how I felt, but I did see pictures. I highly recommend that you do some research on it of people seeing like these huge worms come out. So this is
mucus too. Mucus, right?
Mucus, blood, like there's all these things because these parasites are like taking over our health, and a lot of people have them. We saw, what was the stat in Australia?
I think it was like 85%.
85% of people in Australia have this. We weren't able to find a stat here in the U.S., but that's wild. So it is really important. I mean, cleansing is great. A cleanse a season is wonderful, but why not do a parasite cleanse? It doesn't take a whole lot of time or anything. Just a little bit of wiggle room, and let people know that you're doing this cleanse in case you get a little cranky.
I'm really excited to try the parasite cleanse, and I'll be doing a little vlog on how I'm feeling during the cleanse, and if I looked at my poop or not. And just, in general, how I'm doing, what I'm eating, how I'm feeling, because you said as your body's releasing those toxins, you could have like flu-like symptoms, you said, and maybe your skin could be different.
And headaches.
Yeah, so I'll be vlogging on how I'm doing during the cleanse. So I want you guys to make sure you stay connected with me. You can follow me at Sinead Yoga. And Ashley, if you want to mention how they can be connected with you.
Yeah, you can look me up on Facebook, Ashley Langus. My business page is Vibrantly You, Holistic Health and Healing. Also on Instagram, that's another amazing way to stay connected. Vibrantly You, or you can find me with my name, Ashley Langus.
And I'll put all of her links down below in the description box. And so yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, or subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys next time.